Hi everybody, welcome back to Woodland Road Fun Fair. This is episode 6, and in the last episode I took too long to do the detailing of the shops and the coaster, and so I'm well behind. So I'm going to have to put some of my skates on this time and really get on with it. Now, since the last episode, these 3 shops I built was recording. Unfortunately, I was recording the wrong screen on my computer, the wrong application, and so that was useless to me. So I've just given you a couple of quick flybys of those 3 new shops. I'm quite happy with this travelling fairground look that's coming along here. It does look like the, if you remember in video 1 when I did the searches on Google to see what travelling fun fairs look like, it's got that sort of rides laid out in a paddock feel to it, and that's or in a field, I suppose, depending on where you're from, a field or a paddock, and I think it's coming along quite nicely to look like that. I don't have time for anything elaborate, and it's probably inappropriate for a Woodland Road Fun Fair to have very fancy park gates or ride gates. So what I thought I'd do is make a very simple park gate, just basically a welcome sign with a couple of like an opening hours sign and a ride condition sign there, and the guests come in, and then the gates that introduce each ride will be reminiscent of that park gate and will be just the same gate manufactured over and over again, and not keep it really simple. So that'll help speed me up. It won't look quite so flash, but I don't really have any time left for that, so that's just how it's going to have to be. I'm not hooking the path system up to the Woodland area park yet. That's in the next video, the grand opening day. Just so here, all I did was bring the park, or the fun park path, over to almost meet with the Woodland park path, but they don't meet yet. And what am I doing in the video now? Just scooting around putting the ride gates over each ride entrance and changing the ride name and or the gate name to match. Just connecting the path through to the toilets there and adding a bunch of bins. Now, I've got into the habit of putting bins in places where I know I'd like the guests to take a more roundabout route as they go past them. It's the only way to stop them clipping through scenery objects like the gates. So I'm using the bins for that purpose. Of course, I won't know if that's worked correctly until I let the guests in, but I'm sort of getting used to where to position them now to get that effect, so hopefully that'll work. Bit of tree spamming to make it look like it's all just themed correctly as part of the woodlands. I'm blocking off the coaster because I don't have time to decorate it properly in keeping with the rest of the park yet, and making it a coming soon attraction rather than one that's going to be open on the opening day. It's called the Vomit Comet because it spins a lot. And here's an aerial shot, and I do like the way that looks. I think that's exactly the look I was going for, so quite happy with it. So back into the park, I'm just going to add a few scenery items to some of the queues. Obviously, perhaps in a series 2, I'm going to have to go back and really decorate those up properly, but to keep it in line with the sort of travelling fairground look, it can't be too elaborate, or well, I suppose it could be, but often they're not. So it doesn't look out of the sorts to have it pretty simple with just a few scattered scenery items and a couple of set pieces like this set around the park. Oh, so what else happened in this build? It was pretty fast. I think the total amount of time I spent on this was really just one sitting. Apart from the detailing. The detailing took 4 hours, I think, and then a couple of hours to finish off all of this stuff. So grand total would have been probably less than 7. So I've just gone over the 40-hour budget now. I think I'm at 42 or 43, and I'll be able to complete the whole thing in under 45 hours, maybe under 44 hours even, which is a little over my budget of 40, but we got there. Also, although I'm a couple of weekends behind in turning these into videos and uploading them, mainly because the new version of the game came out, so that was a bit distracting. Yes, been messing about with that, but I've come back down and tied it up. So this was the last weekend in June as planned, so pretty much it all went to plan. A complete build, about 40 hours, in 4 weekends, in about 8 sittings, so that I was pretty comfortable with it. Yeah, so there's another aerial shot. It's taking shape quite nicely. I went round and put in the bins. You saw that. Lighting, added the lighting, and added a couple of toilets to the Woodland area because a lot of the guests looked like they needed the toilets. So to get ready for the opening day, I've closed the main park to drive most of the guests back towards the main entrance, or the game entrance to the park, which happens to be quite close to the funfair entrance. That'll gather most of the 1,000 guests quite near to the funfair for when I reopen to let everybody in on the opening day, and then synchronized all the shops, activated all the rides, employed the right number of or a reasonable number of janitors and mechanics and entertainers, and what else have we got going on here? Trained everybody, set their pays to a level where they won't leave, created a new work roster to constrain appropriate staff to the funfair area, and that's it. So we're done for this video, and I think we are ready for opening day. Nothing else left to do there, and I'm pretty confident I'm going to be back for a season 2. Series 2. If you're enjoying the series, thanks for following along, and I hope to see you on video 7 for the opening day. Bye for now.